Hey, it's your Cosmic Bestie Tristan, and I like to make myself an open channel to unconditionally loving energies to deliver a message for the greatest good of all. So without further ado, here we go. I feel like this is a message for those who are like specifically and consciously on like what you can call an ascension path, or like a path of enlightenment. And a path of, ooh, the moon just popped out as I was shuffling, a path of seeing through illusion, like shattering illusion, and of realizing that like freedom is your birthright, that like it feels like you're stepping into your sovereignty. And I'm hearing like, even if you don't fully realize it, I think it's like a soul kind of like energy that's coming through, that's like, okay, I'm here, you are here, to be free. So let's see what comes through. Okay, yeah. I love this confirmation immediately. We have the Ace of Blades here. And right behind that was the Five of Coins. So it feels like there's a lot of breakthrough energy around like poverty consciousness, around lack, around what it is, Six of Coins at the bottom of the deck, around what it is that you are like meant to receive just by, I'm here like de facto of you existing. I think that makes sense. And it feels like, again, like this message of coming into your, oh, this is getting in the way, of coming into your sovereignty. Like I'm hearing like financially, materially, spiritually, and maybe even there's been like a cultivation of like a deep sense of like yourself as a spiritual being. And it feels like now there's like this time to meld that. And the Ace of Blades feels like, it feels like you might be getting like a lot of new insight, a lot of new ideas. You might even notice that you're starting to like channel messages, and you're starting to pick up on energies in a whole new way. The Fool, yeah. So the Fool, I like the Fool here because she is, I don't know if this counts when it's like a little illustration, but she is embarking on a whole new path. And the thing about the Fool is that the Fool has like achieved this inner sense of enlightenment, right? They've kind of stepped into that next level of awareness. And so to those who maybe aren't there yet, who haven't like really uncovered their spiritual strength, the Fool's actions look foolish. But the Fool understands that I am spirit, I'm held by spirit, and that like God's got my back, source has got my back, the angels have got my back, whatever you connect with, like there is this energy that you, like there's a remembrance that you were loved unconditionally. And it feels like this might be that next part of, this is another card I had nearby, of the Ascension path. It feels like you are really seeing things like really differently now. And I like, you know, you can see like she has this like this spiritual eye, and then this eye to see into the material world. And the card, this is a card of Ascension. It's number 18, which is a 9. So completion. So it feels like there's a completion of seeing things like just as a material, just in a materialistic view. There's now this realization, there's now this awakening. I'm hearing like reawakening, remembering, because I think this message is going to reach souls who have done this a couple of times, even if like your human mind is like, huh? But it feels like there is this remembrance and this reawakening to like the spiritual path in the physical world. And I like this next card here in this deck as well. It's Alchemical Mutation. And it's like you are probably deep in a like state of alchemy, or you've probably been in this period. I'm hearing the word grace. You're probably being really held right now, and you've been through, I think collectively, right, there are beings who are going through a significant shift, and they are like just I don't know what that word was. They are changing completely, and they're alchemizing energies that maybe were a bit lower vibrational, or energies that like, or even like mindset. I'm hearing like maybe there were thoughts that were really holding you back, but you're starting to really shift that. I don't know why I'm feeling all of a sudden I just want to be quiet. But I want to keep recording the message, but it's like, oh, and this is actually perfect. So the way I have my little setup is I have some decks around me and I pre-shuffle them, and sometimes I'll like pull one and I'm like, okay, Spirit, what's the general sense? Like, what's the message that I'm going to deliver so I can deliver a message to you efficiently? If you can be anything, be efficient. And so at the bottom of this deck, here's Prairie Dog. And Prairie Dog medicine is really fantastic, especially for those on the Ascension path. Because oftentimes our minds, and we began with the Ace of Blades, our minds can really, a prairie dog medicine is essentially your mind may be outpacing what your body can actually handle energetically, spiritually, and the light that you can take in. And so maybe even there's like this, like as you're like, maybe you're like mentally, there's a lot of shifts here, but it feels like maybe even the Five of Coins, like physically things haven't really caught up yet. And maybe even your body is still going through a shift that like your spiritual body, I don't know how to say it. Like your body's going through a shift, like your physical body's going through a shift, but like the spiritual body is like kind of coming into a different form. So it's kind of like the spiritual body has transformed itself first, and now this is the physical shifting. Okay, let's see why we have the Five of Coins here. I don't know if I'm going to post this reading now that I'm recording it, but if I do, then I do. Five of Coins here, with it clarified by the Two of Coins. So something's, oh yeah, there's just a shift in the physical. Yeah, there's a shift of lack. There's a shift, a big mental shift of realizing that you don't lack anything, that it feels like you're realizing what thoughts are holding you back. I'm even feeling like you're realizing like projection. Ooh, my voice kind of wavered there. Yeah, maybe you're a little unsure, but it feels like you're recognizing energies that are kind of weird. I think collectively we're going through this, we're like, it can be so subtle, but like I think that's part of your ascension journey, that you're becoming really attuned to subtle energy, and you're really starting to realize where people are holding themselves back, and not in a judgmental way, but as a reflection for you to realize that you don't have to hold yourself back anymore in that way. Again, I think this reading is all about sovereignty, it's all about freedom, celebration here. I think this is something that I feel like none of us kind of are really giving ourselves enough credit for, those who are on this ascension path, because there's a huge shift that we have been like collectively creating. Every time I record a reading and I shuffle, all the cards fall to the ground. Knight of Cups. Yeah, this has been a really slow, you've been going at a really slow and steady pace. Maybe even sometimes to your annoyance. You've been going at a really slow and steady pace, and even this reading feels kind of slow and steady, where I'm just like, okay, like sometimes things will come in really quickly, and then this one just feels like, pull a card, we'll tell you what to say. It's like, that's how I feel like the spirit is with me right now. They're like, just pull a card and we'll tell you what's next. Oh yeah, it kind of feels like, yeah, just take a step, you take a step, and then spirit's gonna tell you what's next. Like, it's kind of like, this is now, you're learning like what presence really is and what it means to live in the present moment. And I think it's like, but still having like a larger picture and still dreaming big and having like a wider vision of what you want to create in your life and in reality. But it feels like you take a step slowly, deliberately, consciously, and then spirit's like, cool. We're going to just like, it feels like whatever small steps you're taking right now, because of your close connection to the divine realm, they're really able to like uplift and highlight and maximize the choices that you make at this time. It's like, this feels like efficiency. It does. It's like, you're like, okay, you know what? I've been clearing out the mind. We had the Eight of Blades here, right? The Eight of Swords. I've been releasing all these kind of vines, like holding me back. You can see she's like kind of tangled up here, but she can very easily remove those vines. And so you're kind of like, okay, I'm going to remove all this kind of noise and chatter and things that aren't really me. And I'm going to take a very deliberate, intentional step, the Knight of Cups. And then with that, it's kind of like spirit's like, okay, this is great, because your soul, it's like spirit and your soul and your guides, like everything's kind of really efficient right now to bring you back into your state of mastery. And it's not like you've ever lost it, because everything is here now. You're always a master, but it's kind of like, oh, sorry, it's a little blurry to see her. But it's kind of like it's kind of like you're coming into it. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels like your mastery is really being highlighted at this time. And it feels like you're really starting to hone in on your craft. And you're really starting to speak in a way that is very confident and very self-assured and very like trusting of spiritual truths, is what I want to say there. Okay, 7 of Wands popped out. It feels like you're being guided to, and I don't think it's like, I think this is a reflection that what I'm about to tell you, not guidance, but it feels like you're being guided to really stand your ground in situations. Particularly, there may be certain, like, I'm hearing hostilities and workplace, okay, where you're really being encouraged to kind of stand your ground, but like stand your ground with this level of mastery, where you know that you don't have to like rush to fix something. You don't have to like, it's just kind of really slow and steady. And it feels like maybe even this is your body catching up to, yeah, this is your body in the physical, like material world, I think is now catching up to the spiritual work that you have been doing. I don't think you were able to see this card, like popped out. 3 of Swords. It's a card of heartache, sadness, disappointments. I don't know why we have that there. Oh, but then right after that is the birth of Oxalia, which is this kind of world created in this deck that I have here. And it feels like, again, that alchemical mutation. You are really like, you're being super efficient. You're being so efficient. You're like, okay, you know what? This was a disappointment. This was a quote unquote setback, but actually I'm going to utilize that to propel me forward. And again, I think a lot of this doesn't seem very logical, but it's very like spiritually, like you're tuned to like spiritual law and like how things operate on the unseen level. Again, and then Queen of Blades at the bottom of the deck here. I don't know if you can see her. Where it feels, again, I think you're utilizing your mind in a different way. We began kind of with that breakthrough energy. I think this is just like, this is just exciting. It's just like an exciting time. Are you feeling excited? The Wheel of Fortune with the World. Oh my God. Oh my God, with the Ace of Cups and the Magician. Oh my God, these cards are amazing. Whoa, okay, so it's time for life to just move. Like this is just a natural evolution. Oh yeah, you're just evolving. This is just like a natural evolutionary shift, like personally for you, what's happening right now. Whatever is happening, whatever is shifting, whatever is being birthed, whatever is like starting anew, starting afresh, it feels like this is just kind of like a natural byproduct of the work that you have done. And then the Ace of Cups here and the Magician. So the World is again that cycle, like coming to the beginning, which required an ending of an old cycle, beginning of a new one. Yeah, it was very exciting. So I think that might be it with this tarot deck. It was looking a little crowded on the camera, so I'm gonna put these away for a second. But I don't know, it's like I'm having this sense of like things might feel kind of empty right now. Like it might feel like there isn't a lot going on. Like it might feel kind of boring sometimes. But still, like there's exciting things that happen, but it's kind of like, I have this feeling that it's like maybe you're having like a most exciting day, then you like come home and like something's just really chill and really calm. And maybe it's just like I'm hearing like you're being recalibrated to like a peaceful state, and maybe don't interpret the stillness and the silence as like a lack. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. I don't know, I'm just kind of hanging out. I feel like this also feels like kind of informal for me. I don't know what that means. Like I still did like all my clearing and cleansing, so it's not like that, but I feel like I feel like if you were in front of me right now and I was giving you this reading, which I would be so blessed to do, I feel like we would just start chatting. Like I feel like it'd be like, yeah, we'd have like cards out and we would still be in it, but it'd also just be like a chat. So maybe things are just feeling very casual, very relaxed, very peaceful. I don't know. Whoa. Let's do one more. Or that might be, okay, no, that one. I like this card. So, light bodies here. We have Oshun. Maybe the water might be really significant. Water, spirits, goddesses, however you like to connect. I feel like that feels significant at this time. Or Oshun herself might be calling you or with you. But it feels like, again, we have in this card is a expand your light body. I don't know if you're able to read that because it's a little, yeah, you can read it. Again, I think it goes back to Prairie Dog and back to Ascension and back to just the whole message is you are ascending to your next soul level. And you are uncovering the truths of like your soul, and you're like uncovering what feels authentic and real to you. And again, I like the yin and yang here, where there's just like you're just coming into balance and serenity and peace here. Maybe yellow is significant. Maybe you've been connecting with like solar consciousness, like with the sun. Gold. I like gold because I like gold and I like silver. I like gold because gold is like the physical crystallization of the consciousness of the sun. And then silver, I think I may have said this before, but it's still cool. So I'll repeat it. So nice, I'll say it twice. And silver is like the physical crystallization of the moon's consciousness. And I think like to wear gold and to wear silver is you're physically like merging with that solar and lunar consciousness. I think your light body is expanding. I think that your dreams are probably super expansive if you are remembering them right now. I think that you, again, like I said, I do think you're probably starting to channel information. You're starting to realize things. You're seeing things differently. You're seeing things with the spiritual eye, like maybe even things that are being presented to the collective. You're having your unique understanding of it, and like you're having your own truth. And it feels like you can even accept other truths, but you're like honoring your sacred point of view. Don't know where that came from, but we have Kali here. I think there might be some major goddess energy as well. Maybe that might be significant for you. We have Oshun and we have Kali. And so again, we just have this major shift and change in your consciousness. And we began with the moon. And I like that we began with the moon because the moon is almost like the moon comes after the star. I think I'm correct with that, because the star is hope and renewal, and you're like, oh, I have a whole new perspective and life is grand and I'm connected to spirit and I understand things. And then the moon is like, okay, I'm going to help you integrate that by delving even deeper into the unconscious, by delving even deeper into the illusion. And from there, you're kind of like discernment. You're like refining your spiritual truth, is what I want to say. It feels like, ooh, I'm hearing what I just heard was it feels like you might see things in the collective, and maybe you're realizing that they are only like they're like in a simple or efficient way, that these are great opportunities. Oh my ear just fluttered. To refine your sacred truth, to refine your faith in the divine, like, you know what I mean? Like it's that type of energy. And this Kali card, Kali is probably also working with you. Kali has worked with me extensively. Like she's very beautiful, unconditionally loving, very intense energy, kind of like that moon card, where it's time to just like delve into the illusions and it's time to just devour it. But it's like devouring it with love. It's like this total and complete acceptance of self, no matter how, it may, like, no matter how you may be. Like, it feels like maybe you're just coming into this realization that you can just love yourself unconditionally and that you are loved unconditionally. I'm hearing like people might feel that about you. Like they might feel, oh my gosh, I picked up the deck. I'll talk about it in a second. Like they might feel really safe around you. And again, I think that was in the last reading too, so I won't harp on it too long. But I think your frequency is shifting, your body is shifting. And I think it might surprise you. And I think it's very surprising to others especially. And I like how we, in the earlier part of this reading, we were like, you're stepping into your mastery. And at the bottom of this deck is Illumined Masters. It says, be a spreader of love. You can't make that up. And look, you have that golden solar light, that golden solar energy. We have the sun here again. Yeah, I think you're really, okay. It feels like There might be some days where like you're feeling a little tired because there's a lot of light coming in. There's a lot of like codes and consciousness coming in from the sun. But it also feels like you're really able to kind of like ride this wave of ascension. And it feels like you're starting to like get your bearings around the kind of waves that are unique for you and how your body needs to adjust to certain things as you are ascending, as you are evolving. And again, I think as your like mastery is being unveiled to you, your mastery is being revealed. That's exciting. Leadership and decisions is the next card. It says make choices for the highest good of all. Again, more golden solar light here. So I think the sun is really significant right now. I don't know if you're consciously aware of that, if you're actively choosing to work with the sun or what, but I do feel like the sun is speaking to you. The sun is like pouring its codes into you because it has a space where it knows that like this vessel, this body can receive this like golden light. Even her, right? She has that golden halo. Your halo's coming in. Your halo's coming in. I think a lot, yeah, this is very beautiful. Wow. Again, I think you're probably realizing that you're meant to be a leader in some sort of way, but leadership doesn't necessarily mean what you think it does. I think leadership can be like you are an energetic leader. So like you have a regulated nervous system, you stay calm and chill, you're able to find your truth, and you're able to like hold your truth and accept others' truths around you. And I think through that coherence and clarity, you are stepping into leadership, whether you realize it or not. This is about mastery and leadership, and you're just doing it. You're doing a dang on thing. I feel like this kind of went all over the place, kind of. Let's see if there's anything. I have this deck, and then I'll do one more to end. Let's see if there's anything that wants to come out here. I was indecisive. I couldn't, actually, I put these cards back in the deck, but they wanted to come out. Although I think I messed it up somehow. Anywho, I opened the deck cut to return a spirit. This is more, I think I said this in the last reading, this is more of your soul's energy is coming into your physical vessel, into this space that you are. There's more light coming in. There's more truth coming in. You're like just remembering that you are love. So this is your own sacred return of spirit. You're realizing that you are worthy of being a leader. You're worthy of receiving assistance. I think your worthiness of what it means to be a sovereign being has been like reinstated. And I do feel that these are also codes coming in. that was like a message I received, I think yesterday, or like collectively, we are, that's what they were telling. They're like, you are all, I think I wrote it down. You are all like coming into your sovereignty. I'll see if I have it here really quickly. Sometimes I'll write things down. Yeah, it says, so this is what came through yesterday. You are returning to what it means for human beings to return to their, oh, well, this still makes sense. To return to their planetary citizenship. Which to me still feels like that, like you are returning to what it means to be a sovereign being, and that you are a being of the cosmos, and that you are a being of, yeah, I'll leave it there. I don't know if this reading makes sense today. But, oh well. Okay, this will be the final card. I'll read this one. Because it has, oops, okay. Can't make this up. Leadership, Lion's Mane. Another 18, and we began with the number 18. Number 9, there's something that's come to completion, and it's like bringing a lot of balance into your life. We're stepping, I think we're also in this very beautiful portal where we're getting our way We're working our way up to the Lionsgate. I can't talk today. Oh, look, grace. Yeah, you've just been held in grace this entire time. I think maybe you're realizing that too. It's like, oh, I can just relax. I can make mistakes. Like, it's going to be fine because I'm like held and supported. But this is definitely, it's just like mastery. This is just a time for mastery. And it feels like maybe your body, both bodies, the light body, well, there's many bodies, but the light body and the physical body, I think are probably needing some time, and you're probably realizing that, and you're resting to kind of sync up. But I think that might be for some people, and I think for some people that they are synced up, and you're about to just like, you're like in it. You're leading, and you're like, you're doing it. You are in your mastery. You are spreading this love. You are leading. And again, I think leadership isn't what we think it is. Like what we have been shown, what has been shown to us as leadership has just been domination. But I think that you are being a leader by choosing not to participate in certain conversations or responding to certain things just kind of diplomatically or neutrally, or just trying to like bring in multiple perspectives as you understand that, like, as you become grounded in your truth, you understand that there are other truths that don't have to threaten that, because you're just confident in your mastery and in what you know and in what your soul is really guiding you to. Okay, so Lion's Mane is a card of leadership. I'll hold it up for a little while I read so you can see. This is the sacred masculine. This is again leadership, ambition, provider, strong-willed, and spiritual power. This one can be a little long. I'll just read the guidance here. The lion is a symbol of power, the primordial essence within the sacred masculine that expresses itself as relentless determination, ambition, focus, and will. When we meet Lion's Mane, we immediately feel a regal and generous presence. When out of balance, vanity and overconsumption block the flow of love coming in to inspire ambition. I felt like we said that earlier, right? Like you do, it's like you're being very efficient. You are taking like a particularly what's the word? Oh my God. Intentional action, and then Spirit's like, okay, cool. We can emphasize that. We can spread that. We can really work with it. Okay. Power isn't powerful when you put others or yourself down. You are a wielder of raw power and may be destructive if consequences are overlooked. Lead your life from a place of compassionate leadership, and the rest will follow. Oh, and then we have the sun here too. Lion's Mane is also governed by the sun, as it's a great provider of vitality, longevity, resilience, and adaptability. So there's a major like solar energy and solar codes coming in right now that I think your body is really processing. I think drink a lot of water. I think spend some time intentionally with the sun. If you can, like get up with the sun. Sometimes I haven't done it in a while, but I used to try to get up with the sun, and I just would like open my blinds and like peek at the sun, like really sleepy, and be like, okay, thank you. Go back to sleep. But yeah, I think there's a big connection with the sun here. I think that you're really taking in a lot of solar codes, and I think that that's incredibly exciting. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you for being a leader in the collective at this time who's connected to unconditional love, because that you are shifting the world as you're doing this, and the work that you are doing, I'm hearing it's like is not for naught. Like even if you don't think you're changing someone's life immediately, you are like giving them codes, and you're like giving them like all these beautiful geometries. You are shifting them, and you're giving them an opportunity of like the energies possible on earth at this time that I don't think has been realized for a while. And one last thing I want to show you is I brought my smoky quartz with rutile, which is again perfect, that golden, oh my gosh, okay, this might even help someone. Imagine these golden just rays going down into your crown chakra and breathing in the energy of the sun, of grandfather sun, and just taking in that beautiful solar consciousness. So I'll leave you with this, my friends. Thanks for checking out the reading. As always, I love you. Bye.